Alright, the cross section of a solid is an intersection of a plane with a solid. So I've got a little illustration here that I got from the Creative Commons, and there's a couple different parts of planes connecting with the sphere here, and sphere is a solid. So, um, if I were to uh, look at what is just the part that is the intersection between the plane and the sphere, I would get this kind of round slice. So there's a sort of more technical definition, and then here's the illustration that I like. I'm just going to delete that. You can think of it as just as a slice. So I've got these oranges here. Imagine those are perfect spheres. If I want to just look at the um, orange from a certain perspective, I want to slice it with a plane and then look at it face on. What do I see? I see a circle. So a circle is a cross section of a sphere. Yeah. All right, I'm gonna let that sink in for a second. Um, so let's talk about what kind of cross sections could you get with different kinds of solids. If you cut up different kinds of solids into slices. So let's start with a cylinder, and I've got a couple slices here. If I slice it, let's see. Um, I'm gonna draw these planes here. Let's see. Um, Say like I slice it like this, um, and then that would kind of maybe let's see. I would get kind of a okay. I would slice it like that. What would I get? I would get a circle. Or imagine you can or imagine a cylinder is a can of beans. A can of beans is a cylinder. It's not a perfect cylinder, but close enough. If you look at the can of beans straight down, so you're looking just at its top, what do you see? You see just a circle. Can of beans looking straight down. Beans are inside there. Okay, maybe there's like a little opener thing here or something like that. Okay, so the cross section of a cylinder going that way is a circle. Or I could slice it actually another way. I could slice it. What if I were to slice it like, oops, like that? If I were to slice the cylinder in the vertical direction, what would I get? I'd actually get a rectangle. Um, yeah, I would get a rectangle kind of shape. And yeah. All right, so let's look at some of these other solids. Let's say what about a triangular prism? Well, if I slice it, that's sorry, not a very straight line. There we go. If I slice it like that, the intersection would actually form just a triangle. It'd be a triangle just like the base of the prism. That's why I've got these little slices in here. If I were to slice this, I just get a bunch of triangles that are just like the bases. Okay? Um, I could slice the prism another way. I could slice it again. It's hard to draw three-dimensional um, things on a two-dimensional screen, so bear with me. I could slice it like something like that. That's really hard to see. Anyway, so the way that I slice it and got triangles, I could slice it the other way and get rectangles that are um, similar rectangles to the faces of the prism. Um, with a rectangular prism, if I slice it this way, I get rectangles. If I slice it this way, I get rectangles. Triangular prism, a prism that's made up with a triangle base. What do I get? Let's pop open the hatch. Yeah, I just get a bunch of triangles, and actually, wherever depending on where I slice the pyramid, I get smaller and smaller triangles up to the apex there. The cone has a circular base. If I if I slice it this way, what happens? Well, you guessed it. If it's got a circular base and you slice it in a way that's parallel to the base, you get shapes that are similar to the base. So I got circles, circle, 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 circles that are getting smaller, smaller, smaller as I get to the um, apex. If I slice it the other way, well, these are horrible drawings. I apologize. I'm hoping your imagination is overpowering the the terribleness of my drawings here. If I slice it the other way, I would get triangles. So cross sections. So you can take cross sections of all kinds of solids, and it's interesting the different kind of shapes you get when you take a cross section. Um, a sphere, the cross section of a sphere would be a circle, and always the cross section of a three-dimensional object is a two-dimensional object that's related to that object. So I take a cross section of a triangular prism, I get a triangle. I take a cross section of a cylinder, I get a circle, or a rectangle, depending on the direction, the orientation of my plane with which I'm making a cross section.